Title: Alamat ng Pinya, The Legend of the Pineapple. Once upon a time, in a small village in the Philippines, there lived a hardworking widow named Aling Rosa and her only daughter, Pinang. Aling Rosa loved Pinang dearly, but the young girl, though kind-hearted, had a tendency to be lazy and spoiled. While Aling Rosa toiled in the fields and kept their small home clean, Pinang often spent her days daydreaming or playing, showing little interest in helping her mother with the chores. One hot afternoon, after working long hours, Aling Rosa called out to Pinang. Aling Rosa: "Pinang, anak, could you please help me clean the house and prepare some food? I'm exhausted from working in the fields all day." Pinang, grumbling: "Nanay, why do I have to do everything? I don't even know where you keep the things around here." Her mother sighed in frustration. Aling Rosa: "Pinang, if you just paid attention and helped out more often, you would know where everything is. You don't have to do everything, just learn a little responsibility." Despite her mother's words, Pinang lazily walked over to the kitchen, unwilling to even look for the things her mother needed. Pinang, complaining: "Nanay, where's the broom? Where are the pots? Where's the rice? I don't know where anything is." Aling Rosa, tired and disappointed, answered each of Pinang's questions. But Pinang, instead of following her mother's instructions, only complained more, making little effort to find the items herself. Day after day, this became a routine. Aling Rosa would ask for help, and Pinang would resist, saying she didn't know where anything was. One morning, after another night of little help from Pinang, Aling Rosa had had enough. She looked at her daughter with sadness and said, "Aling Rosa, Pinang, you are old enough to do things on your own. I have taught you well, but you refuse to learn. I only hope that one day you realize how important it is to know where things are and to be responsible." Pinang shrugged off her mother's words and went back to playing. That day, however, something strange happened. Aling Rosa went out to the fields, leaving Pinang at home. When she returned, she called for her daughter, but Pinang was nowhere to be found. Aling Rosa searched everywhere, but her daughter was missing. Aling Rosa: "Pinang! Pinang! Where are you?" The whole village helped in the search, but no one could find Pinang. Days passed, and Aling Rosa, distraught and heartbroken, wept at the loss of her only daughter. She prayed every night, asking for guidance and hoping that somehow her child would return to her. One evening, after many nights of sorrow, Aling Rosa went out into her garden. As she knelt down to pray, she noticed a strange plant growing where Pinang used to play. Its leaves were sharp, long, and spiny, and in the middle was a small fruit. The fruit had many eyes, hundreds of tiny, watchful eyes covering its rough surface. As Aling Rosa looked at the fruit, a strange realization washed over her. She remembered how often she had told Pinang to learn to look for things, to open her eyes to the world around her. Overcome with grief, she whispered, "Aling Rosa, oh, Pinang, is this you? Have you been turned into this fruit with all these eyes because you never wanted to open your own and see what was around you?" The villagers soon gathered to see the strange fruit. None of them had ever seen anything like it before. They named it Pinya, after the lost girl, Pinang, whose carelessness had led to her mysterious transformation. From that day on, the fruit became known as the pineapple or Pinya, and its many eyes served as a reminder to everyone in the village, especially the children, to be diligent, pay attention, and take responsibility for their actions. Aling Rosa cared for the plant as though it were her daughter, and though she missed Pinang dearly, she hoped that the lesson of the Pinya would help others learn the importance of hard work and awareness. And so, the legend of the pineapple was passed down through generations, teaching all who heard it that one must always be mindful of their responsibilities, because sometimes the consequences of carelessness could last forever. The end.